Toastmasters. What's it all about? Well, for the guests tonight, oh yes, I read somewhere it says improve communication skills, become a better speaker, control nervousness, keep your hands to yourself. Body gesture. I have to add, I'm Italian. That's never going to happen. I would like to take you back to my journey. Toastmasters, it's lifelong learning. You go to high school, you get your high school diploma. What's next? Let's continue. University. You train for a profession, a career. In my professional background, I have done a lot of teacher training courses, programs to prepare for the profession of teaching in the business world. So I felt I already came with a certain set of pretty good skills for communicating. But that's part of my job. Throughout my educational career, I've attended numerous business function organizations, and I was looking for a little bit of trouble, so that meant half of my resume I volunteered in many capacities, volunteer groups and business-related activities. And I've also been able to share a lot of my background in education where possible. And at the time when I was introduced to Toastmaster, it was one of my colleagues from Vaughan Chamber of Commerce, which I had just a wonderful experience with them. Her name was Jenny. She said, you got to go and check out this group, blank, blank. So, being the good student that I am, all right, I did. I attended one of the, an old school, not this place, somewhere in Thornhill, and walked in. Hi there, I'm a guest of so-and-so, didn't know so. Talk about, I get intimidated, you got to be kidding. Sat there, didn't say a word. Professional lawyers and doctors, when they talk about reading the Riot Act, the Robert's Rules of Order was to the T. You couldn't sneeze, you couldn't blink. Next. And I went up. I thought, all right, I went back to the second meeting. This is not for me. This is not going to happen. So I went back on the internet, and I thought, let me find another place, maybe that's a little closer. I teach at Seneca College at Bell Milton Finch. So I was lucky to find another location, which is the Xerox group. And I made some wonderful friends, and one of my colleagues from there who's not with us tonight, Claudette Thomas, from there. And wonderful experience, and I did take on a few roles at the time. What makes you stay with the club or a group? Well, you've got to, you get what you put into it. The mix of people just didn't quite cut after a certain length of time, and I just wasn't coming out again, although that's for excuse. And so I was trying to find another group, and I'm here. I think I'll be here for life. I really have to say, this is exceptional. The variety of personalities, the background. I like to come here, although I have been guilty. Every now and then I fall off the bandwagon, and there's always an excuse. There's always an excuse not to come. I'd be the first one. I can create many of them. But it's a personal commitment because no matter what, you challenge yourself. You're here because you want to be here. At school, you have to be there because you got to get your marks. You have to go to work so you get the paycheck. But here, you do it for yourself. Lifelong learning is endless. What you can achieve, the roles you can take on, are just phenomenal, and you can do it. But like anything else, just like now, I'm seriously getting back into ballroom dancing. You got to get out there on the floor and do it. Practice. Step on the toes. Have fun with it. Make a fool of yourself sometimes, no problem. But that's all part of learning. This particular group, in my experience, allows you to grow and have fun, as compared to some of my other experiences. One of the tips to get started, if I can share with you, you look at your 10 speeches, you've got a topic, but what are you going to talk about? Lifelong learning, life experiences. That's the best. And the two areas that I've often spoken around or about have to do with fitness, and relationships. Fit for life, you are what you eat. Relationships, still single, dating one-on-one, online dating, marriage, things around that nature. But they're all things that I can relate to. So you're not just, quote, making things up. And that's what I think makes you a very successful and competent speaker. Welcome, guests. I hope by tonight we will convince you, encourage you, invigorate you to